Hey everybody, my name's John and welcome to my channel. I'm currently on an overnight backpacking trip and I want to show you my hammock setup for mild temperatures. Stay with me, we'll get started. Mild temperatures for me is anywhere from 40 degrees up to the upper 60s. And this is my setup. It's a Warbonnet XLC Blackbird, and my tarp that goes over it is their Superfly tarp. It's also a Warbonnet product. And my underquilt is the Warbonnet Yeti. And the only difference is my top cover is the Z-Packs. Now, this torso length quilt will only hit from the top of your shoulders about to the top of your knees. It doesn't cover the foot box, or your feet might get a little cold, and I've got a solution for that, and I'll show you that in a minute. But now for the top cover, I use a Z-Packs 40 degree sleeping bag. And what's good about this sleeping bag is that it zips down the middle and you can use it as a top quilt. Now if you've ever tried to get in and out of a sleeping bag in a hammock, you know it's not that easy. And I prefer to use a top quilt, and this kind of covers both bases for you. You can zip it up to use it like a sleeping bag, or I keep it unzipped. It's got a foot box in it, and it just goes over you like a top quilt. And it's real lightweight. I use this is my summer bag. I use it in the summer. So anywhere from 40 degrees all the way up, summertime temperatures, I'm usually carrying this. Now, when it gets above the mid 60s, I don't use an underquilt. I don't use any type of insulation underneath. It's a little too warm and you'll get hot. But that's up to you if you want to use an underquilt during the summertime. Some people take it, but I don't. And if you don't have an underquilt though, you need to use a pad, some type of insulation for these mild temperatures. This particular hammock is double layered, and it's great for putting a pad underneath. You can stick a pad between these two layers and it won't slide around as much. And I used to use a pad, and it's a lot cheaper. And then I went to an underquilt though, because they're not as bulky and they're lightweight, and it just doesn't take up as much room in your pack, and they're real easy to install. Now this one, this slides up and down this track, and you adjust it the way you want it. And it's real handy, it's real easy to adjust. You can just get inside of it and you can move it, kind of fit it above your shoulders and get it to where you want it. And if you get too hot or something during the night, you can just kind of move it out of your way. And I'll demonstrate that here in a minute when I go to get inside and let you look at it. But it's a Warbonnet XLC Blackbird, and Superfly tarp, and a Z-Packs top cover. And this is their Yeti, Warbonnet's Yeti underquilt. Now this underquilt, you can adjust it. It slides up and down this track, and you can fit it. I usually pull it down here at the top of my knees and make sure it's right up here at the top of your shoulders. And it works real well. And if you get too hot during the night, it's easy. You can just reach out and flip it around. Flip it over towards the back. And then if you get colder, just reach out and pull it back around. It's real easy to adjust. It's real handy, these torso type quilts. They're real adjustable. Now for my feet, you can see that my foot box is not covered with this torso length underquilt. But I take this Thermarest pad. I've had this thing for years, and I'll put this in the foot box of my top quilt, and I'll just keep my feet on top of it like that. And I'll take like my rain gear and I'll stuff it between the inside wall of my hammock and my outside of my top quilt, down around my feet area. I'll just take it and stuff it around there, and I'll stay plenty warm. I don't ever have any problems with my feet getting cold in mild temperatures. Now one thing you want to make sure of though, you want to make sure that you change your socks out. When your feet get wet or sweaty, they'll get cold during the night if you keep those wet socks on. And I always bring a pair of dry socks, and I sleep in a different pair of socks. But if you do those things, you'll stay warm, hammock camping in mild temperatures. Here's what it looks like with the tarp all set up. I really do like this Superfly tarp. It has doors on the end, and you can really seal it up when you need to. I'll add some photos at the end of this video and take you a 360 all the way around so you can see it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me hear from you. Leave your comments and questions below, and thank you for watching.